Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending my presentation. I am Shoumen Durai, PhD candidate at the University of Saskatchewan, and today I will be presenting our work titled From Questions to Insight, Exploring Xi Challenges, reported on Stack Overflow question. This is a joint collaboration with my co-author, Shoikat Mondol. He is also a doctoral researcher, and my supervisor, Dr. Bhavani Roy, and Dr. Chansal Roy. So here is a quick overview of today's presentation. I will begin with the background and motivation for the study, followed by our research questions. Then I will talk you through our methodology, key findings for each research question, the proposed improvements, implications, and finally our conclusions. So the background and motivation. As Xi, explainable AI becomes critical in real-world applications. Developers are increasingly using techniques like Lime and SHAP. However, these tools are not always easy to work with. To understand the real-world pain points, we turn to Stack Overflow, where developers often post their challenges. By mining this post, we aim to uncover not only what challenges exist, but also how severe they are and what can be done to improve the Xi usability. So the research questions, we framed our investigation around 4 research questions. The first one is, what challenges do developers face when using Xi and which are more prevalent? The second one is, can we estimate the severity of these challenges using metadata like accepted answers? And the third one is, how do practitioners perceive the severity of these challenges in practice? And the last research question for our work is, what improvement could make Xi more accessible and easier to use? So the methodology, we manually analyzed 663 Stack Overflow questions related to Xi tools. We performed qualitative coding to identify challenge types and used metadata like time to first answer, presence of accepted answers, and unanswered status to assess the severity. In addition, we conducted a survey to gather practitioners' perspectives on these challenges and their suggestions for the improvements. So, for the answer of research question on the catalog of Xi challenges, we categorize the challenges into 7 types. We can see that compatibility issue, installation difficulties, and like that disagreement issues. So the most common ones are the model integration, disagreement among Xi techniques, and tool usability. These categories helps us understand the kinds of issues that frequently arise in practice and guide why tool support is needed. So the research question to answer challenge severity. We analyzed the metadata to estimate the severity of each challenge. The model integration questions often had fewer accepted answers and took longer to resolve. So here we can see that model integration issues has the highest rate of the challenge ratio. So it's 31.07%. Along with, we did a user study, and while we find that disagreement related questions are the highest one by the practitioners, though the less frequent were perceived as more harmful in our survey. So this suggests the severity is not just about the frequency, but also about the user impact. So the challenge severity for accepted answers, this chart shows the ratio of each challenge across our dataset, where the model integration dominates, followed by the tool usability and disagreement. This reinforces the need for better integration support when using Xi libraries in code. So the challenge severities in accepted answer, we looked at how often question received accepted answers. Challenges like compatibility issues and model integration issues had significantly fewer accepted answers, indicating they are harder to resolve. So the challenge severity for unanswered and the delay, we also examined the response delays and unanswered rates. So here we can see the percentage of unanswered questions. Many posts about model integration and complex tool setups remained unanswered for extended periods or not answered at all. This points to a lack of community expertise or documentation gaps. So side by side, we also calculated the time delay. Time delay means the difference between the question posting time and accepted answers. It's called a time delay. Here we find that installation difficulties has the average high average median time delay among the seven challenge issues. So no, by this way, we calculated the challenge severity. And for the answer of research question 3, from our survey, user survey, we learned that disagreement was considered the most severe challenge. This is likely because inconsistent explanation can erode the trust in AI predictions, especially in high-stake domains. Tool-related issues, while frustrating, are often seen as more solvable. So the answer of research question 4, that is related to the recommendation by the user perspectives. So participants proposed several improvements, where is unified APIs across tools, better documentation, visual comparison features for conflicting explanation. So these suggestions can directly inform the future design of Xi libraries. The implications. So, what is the implication of our study? Our findings have multiple implications. The first one is the tool developers. So, there is a clear opportunity to reduce friction points in integration. So the second one is for the researchers. The disagreement problem opens a new direction in explanation evaluation. And for practitioners, we highlight why to be cautious when interpreting the Xi result. So yeah, if we say that what is the main implications for our study, we can say mainly the tool developers who build the tools, they can standardize and simplify the tools. And also the researchers, they can get more idea and they can utilize the knowledge of this work to their future work. So the future work, in our plan, we want to do the tool-specific analysis for deeper tool-level evaluation, like comparing to SHAP, Lime breakdown. Now, that means that we want to compare with other techniques. And we want to do the cross-platform insights, like as GitHub issues, Reddit, or tool-specific forums. Here we have done only the Stack Overflow. So in future, we want to extend our work in other platforms. And designing the trustable explanation interface, because the disagreement issues have some inconsistency problems. So we want to make a trustable explanation interface so that the developers or the users or the practitioners, whatever we can say, they can trust the specific model. In conclusions, Stack Overflow reveals real-world struggles with Xi tools, as we have done 663 Stack Overflow questions related to Xi, and while we find that the model integration and explanation of disagreement are the key pain points, while the developer suffers more. So the practitioners call for clear and more consistent, easier to use Xi tools. They have demand that these things they needed to get more insights to be more flexible with the Xi tools. And the findings, for our findings, offers practical direction for improving Xi usability. So the conclusions, in a nutshell, we can say that from the study, we can understand the severity of each problems, and where we find that the inconsistency problems from the practitioner's end, it is the more severe. So that's all from my side. Thank you. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer your questions. Thank you. Thank you all.